If you're looking for a wedding guest dress for this summer, you can make this in 1.5 hours. Hello, all my favorite people. Today is a very exciting video because I'm going to walk you through a speed sew. I have a wedding tomorrow and I don't have a dress yet. I had the intention to make one because we can, so why not do that? This is the fabric that I will be using, and there are two things. One, the wedding is tomorrow, so it needs to be done today because tomorrow I will not have time to sew. And then two, it's going to be 40 degrees and right now it's also hot, so I'm sweating while sitting here and working on it. But I need a dress. I do have a backup plan, but we're not going to use plan B. This is the fabric, and the idea that I have, this is when I hold it straight, but of course I want to use the bias again for this because it turned out so well on the pants I recently made. Okay, let me show you. So make it like this and then straight, and then as long as it will go. I do want it to be a long dress, but I will end up with something shorter at the back. But I'm just going to measure myself. I will show you how I measure and what I measure, and then try it on paper first because I want to cut it on bias. That will give me a little bit more certainty that it's going to work out well. But okay, so the first measurement I'm going to grab is my chest circumference. You can measure this at the widest point on your chest. I will say that I have to keep in mind that I'm wearing quite a thick top, so it's 84 as I measure, but I probably want to do 83. And then I measure where I want the dress to end, so that's just a little bit above my nipples, and I just want it to be straight, so this is where I will measure, and that is 82. So from 82 I will work and then make it go wider and wider until at the bottom, let's just check, not too wide because I don't have a lot of fabric. Also see my hip, so 120 will be good for the bottom, then here it will be around 110, which will give me enough room to be a flowy dress. So I know it's just drawing a rectangle, but because I'm cutting it on the bias, that will be way easier for me to put on the fabric and then cut it out. So let's do that first. So I'm going to pick half of that 82, which will be 42, and half of that is 21. And then this is going to be fabric fold, or I'm going to mirror it the other way. So then 120 divided by 2 is 60, divided by 2 is 30. That, and then I have to decide 120. Okay, I need more. Connect those two in a diagonal line. So from here it goes low to the back. Okay, so I made this part the width that I want on my top piece here, and then I lowered it to the back for the length that I want there. I added room at the bottom, that is 60. This now is 15, and from here down is 90, so that will be the gap at my back, and this should go on the fabric fold. So that means that I would only get one seam at center back, which is perfect because then I can add a zipper there that I might not need. And then I'm going to do very, very thin straps, but I think it will be fine without a zipper, which is even better, and just a seam at center back. So let's see if this fits on the fabric. Okay, so this is going to be perfect actually, because I measured all the way from there to the ground with feet and everything, but I don't mind it being a bit shorter because as you can see I don't have enough, but I already thought that I would not have enough. But the most important thing is here, the top part, and there everything fits, and then until here it goes well, and then on only here I need to make a few adjustments. So yeah, but other than that it looks great.
Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know it's sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know that sunlight I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know that sunlight.
Okay, so you know the thing is, sometimes I really like to just sit down and have a project in mind, but not an exact plan, because now what the plan was doing a straight line here and then doing bands and then having a low back. I cut it out, just a very basic straight thing, and I tried it on and I will insert it here, and then I gathered the top here, and that looked so good. And also the back was too low. I will not show you my butt, but the back was too low, so therefore when I pick it up a little bit more and then tie it around here and then sits like this, then everything is perfect. The length is perfect, the gathering at the top is perfect. I just love when a project turns out really nice without having a very good plan. It's not always the case, but today it is, and I'm happy about it because it's hot and I'm sweating, and I'm happy that something is turning out because I don't know what to do with myself. What I'm going to do now is sew up the back, make a tunnel here I think I'm going to overlock everything here and here on the side and then I can just fold it 2 times so that everything looks nice and neat inside and outside. And here at the top I'm overlocking and then making a little tunnel where I already cut out the straps, or I make a very thin strap that I can wrap around my neck like that, and then I only have to hem it and then I'm done. I think this literally let me finish first, but I do think that this is going to be such a nice wedding guest dress that you can make in 1.5 hours. Okay, I overlocked all the edges. You can also do a zigzag stitch if you don't have an overlocker. And now I pinned together the back, so this is center back. I can very easily go in here without using a zipper, so I'm just going to sew this all the way from the bottom until the top right there. And then after that I'm going to make the tunnel, make the strap, have a little try on and show you what it looks like, and then we can finish everything off very neatly. So first thing, sew from bottom to top. I'm going very slow because it's slippery fabric.
Sinking in, I know that sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know that sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side.
Okay, before I can start making the tunnel here at the top, I need to finish the raw edges here all the way to the side. That circle that goes all the way around the back. So I will just do that first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this, fold it once. Then you see the serger stitch on the inside, but I will fold it over itself once again. I will show you, pin it, and then it looks very small and neat on the inside. So I'm going to do that all the way around and then create the tunnel. And then, yeah, basically we are done. So I will see you when I pin this, and then I'm going to sew this up. So stitching here very small to the side. I just want to make sure it lays down.
Sinking in, I know that sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in.
Okay, now that we finished the edges here, now we can do the tunnel at the top. So again, wrong side facing, and then folding over that serger line, and then folding it over 1 centimeter or a bit less. Pin, and do that all the way to the side. Okay, now sewing close to the edge right here.
Oh, that sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know that sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know that sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in.
The strap that I can pull through here, and then we only have to finish the bottom, so it goes quickly. For the strap, I grab a wider strap, so this is quite wide. The only thing you want to do is you fold it in half. I cut this on the bias because that will make it way easier to turn it around. So you just fold it in half, and you are going to stitch very small here, so it doesn't really matter how much room you have left here, as long as you just stays close here, and it's easier if that is a bit more room actually. So, and you are going to trim off the excess anyways. So let's fold it, start sewing close to, I'm going to do 1/2 centimeter. So the stitching is here, I'm not sure if you can see it, and I'm going to trim off as much as possible. Otherwise you will not be able to turn it. And grab your loop turner, pull this all the way through. Closing it here at the top, pull it inside. First bit always is a bit hard. Once you get it, you can more easily pull it through. And it goes this easy because I cut on the bias. Let's make a little knot, that will also be fun. And then this side, I'm going to pull through the tunnel here. So again, I will go in here with my loop turner, grab your strap, pull it through here, like that. And now I can already do a little bit of this. Make a loop here as well, just to make it even. The dress is done. It turned out exactly what I want. It's gorgeous. I think I will survive the heat in here. The details are gorgeous. This looks really nice as well. I'm very happy with the result. So if you're looking for a wedding guest dress for this summer, you can make this in 1.5 hours. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you like sewing, pattern making, making your own clothes. Use it as your biggest flex. Let me say you that. And I will see you in the next one.